Welcome to my channel. Today we uncover the mystery of Pan Am Flight 7. Let's get into it! Pan Am Flight 7 was a trans-Pacific passenger flight that mysteriously disappeared over the Pacific Ocean on November 8, 1957. The aircraft, a Boeing 377 Stratocruiser named Romance of the Skies, departed from San Francisco International Airport, bound for Honolulu as part of its journey to Hong Kong and other destinations. On board were 36 passengers and 8 crew members, all of whom were never seen alive again. The flight was scheduled to make a routine stop in Hawaii before continuing its journey across the Pacific. But something went terribly wrong. As one of the most luxurious aircraft of its time, the Boeing 377 Stratocruiser was known for its spacious interior and long-range capabilities. It was considered a safe and reliable aircraft, making this tragedy even more puzzling. The flight took off without any apparent issues, and initial radio communications were normal. However, several hours into the flight, all contact was lost. No distress signals were received, and there were no indications of mechanical failure or inclement weather that could have caused a catastrophic event. A massive search operation was launched when the flight failed to arrive in Honolulu. The U.S. Coast Guard and Navy conducted extensive aerial and maritime searches, covering thousands of square miles of open ocean. Days later, debris from the aircraft was discovered floating in the Pacific, along with the bodies of some of the passengers and crew. The wreckage and remains were found approximately 900 miles northeast of Honolulu, suggesting that whatever happened to the aircraft had occurred far from its expected flight path. What made the discovery even more perplexing was the condition of the recovered bodies. Autopsies indicated that several of the victims had high levels of carbon monoxide in their blood, raising questions about whether poisoning, smoke inhalation, or another toxic exposure had played a role in the incident. However, without the aircraft's main wreckage or a complete investigation, the exact cause of death remained inconclusive. This finding led to various theories, including the possibility of sabotage, mechanical failure, or an in-flight fire that went undetected before the aircraft crashed into the ocean. The possibility of foul play was considered, as some speculated that an explosion or deliberate act of sabotage could have brought the plane down. However, no evidence was ever found to support this theory, and no known threats had been made against the flight, airline, or any passengers on board. The presence of carbon monoxide raised the possibility of a cabin air contamination issue, but without the aircraft itself, investigators could not determine whether this was a result of a pre-crash event or something that occurred after impact. Mechanical failure was another potential explanation. Some experts suggested that a catastrophic failure in the aircraft's pressurization system, or engine compartment, could have led to a fire or loss of control. The Boeing 377 had a history of maintenance issues, particularly with its engines and pressurization systems. If there had been a slow leak of carbon monoxide into the cabin, the crew and passengers may have succumbed to poisoning before realizing the danger. A loss of consciousness among the pilots could have resulted in the aircraft continuing on an uncontrolled flight path until it eventually ran out of fuel and crashed. The weather at the time of the flight was reported to be relatively stable, with no significant storms or turbulence along the expected route. This made it unlikely that severe weather was a direct cause of the crash. However, oceanic flights during this period faced additional risks, such as undetected air pockets or microbursts that could have affected the aircraft's stability. Some have suggested that clear air turbulence or an undetected system failure could have played a role in the crash, but no concrete evidence has ever been found. The tragedy of Pan Am Flight 7 remains one of the most enduring aviation mysteries of the 20th century. Unlike other well-documented airline disasters, the lack of a definitive cause has led to decades of speculation. While advances in aviation safety and investigation techniques have since improved, the limited technology available in 1957 meant that many questions about this flight could never be fully answered. Families of the victims were left with little closure, as the airline and aviation authorities were unable to provide a definitive reason for the crash. The official reports concluded that the aircraft likely suffered an in-flight event that led to its downing, but the specifics remain unknown. Without the ability to recover the aircraft's black box technology that wasn't widely implemented at the time, investigators had no way to analyze the final moments of the flight. Pan Am Flight 7 remains an enduring mystery, with hopes that modern search technology might locate its wreckage, though the vast Pacific complicates efforts. The disaster underscores early transoceanic flight risks and the advancements in aviation safety. Yet it highlights the persistent uncertainties in air travel. Without new evidence, its fate remains unknown, serving as a reminder of past challenges in the pursuit of safer skies. Thanks for watching.